Story. I am your host, Bob Miller. Tonight on The Deeper Story, we are looking at the legal topic of wrongful conviction. We investigate the story of David Milgaard. David Milgaard was accused of raping and murdering Gail Miller at the age of 16. Gail Miller was a young nursing aide in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. While Milgaard spent 23 years behind bars, his mother, Joyce, began a one-woman campaign to free her son. Joyce, along with two lawyers, took her son's case right up to the Supreme Court of Canada, which is very unique. The reason being why it was so unique is because instead of just sitting back and accepting the fact that her son was a rapist and murderer, she knew better. She knew her son could not commit a crime like this, and fought by herself alongside with two lawyers to bring her son's life and trial to justice, bringing it all the way up to the Supreme Court of Canada. In 1992, the court ruled keeping Milgaard in prison would constitute a miscarriage of justice. Larry Fisher, a serial rapist, had been operating in Saskatoon and lived in the very building that Milgaard had visited the day of the crime. Although, with this information, police still decided to look at David Milgaard rather than the serial rapist Larry Fisher that lived in the building. After the Supreme Court decision that freed Milgaard in 1992, it took 5 years for the DNA to prove conclusively that Milgaard had not killed Miller. In addition, it took 2 more years for Milgaard and his family to receive $10 million and an apology from the government of Saskatchewan. When an individual that is innocent is wrongfully convicted, it is a double failure. The innocent is wrong and the guilty goes free. David Milgaard, Donald Marshall, and Paul Morin, and many others just like them, were all wrongfully convicted. Wrongful convictions are rarely a result of misbehavior. Rather, they are a product of problems within the system and tunnel vision by the prosecutors, trial, and judges. Reuben Hurricane Carter, a top-ranked boxer, was wrongfully committed. After he was acquitted of his charges, Carter moved to Toronto and helped found the Association in Defense of the Wrongfully Convicted. Carter has now become the voice of the wrongfully convicted, and his organizations helped many people and their families in bringing justice to those who were served an unjust sentence. This proverb is familiar to lawyers and judges. It is better to let 9 guilty persons to go free than to convict 1 innocent person. However, individuals continue to be wrongfully convicted, and the public will not know about this until a number of years later. No amount of money or apologies from governments could ever make up for the unjust that was committed to them. The topic is an extreme miscarriage of justice, and does nothing but cause individuals to distrust the legal system of Canada. However, officials constantly try to prevent wrongful convictions and continue to bring justice to those who have already been convicted. The Deeper Story has gave you information about the topic of wrongful conviction. Wrongful conviction is a terrible, terrible part of the legal system. Has it happened? Yes. Does it continue to happen? Well, we will not know until years to come. Due to the discovery of DNA testing,